Hello and welcome. My name is Carol Himelhoch of Himelhoch at himelhoch.com. It is my pleasure to be here with Karen Buscemi. We are at her factory at Detroit Sewn, which is in Pontiac, Michigan.
Right.
And I thought what we'd do today is have you have the opportunity to get to know Karen and her background and to hear about all of her cool businesses, including Giftee Products and Detroit Sewn and the Detroit Garment Group. So,
yeah.
I mean, that is amazing. You're into so much cool stuff.
Thank you.
So first of all, I pronounced your name correctly.
You did. You rocked it.
So, and you are, you were telling me you have some connection with a famous actor, correct?
We do. Well, we're normally asked if we're related to the pizza.
Right. That was my first question.
Right. No
Yes.
perks. Cannot slap down the driver's license and get the free pizza, which is a bummer. But well, not me. It's my husband.
Yes.
Is actually cousins with Steve the actor.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So, but we are here to hear about Karen. So, can you tell me how you even, I mean, you're into three interconnected businesses?
For sure.
How did you come about deciding to get involved in all of this?
It all started with Detroit Garment Group. That was the beginning, and that came around in 2012.
And can you explain what Detroit Garment Group is?
For sure. So that is my nonprofit, and we are a 501c3, and our mission is to grow our fashion industry here in Michigan by giving our fashion students and professionals an education in the business of fashion. So that is really our main mission, and we have a couple of major programs. How we do that, one is our annual conference called Fashion Speak, which is coming up October 11th at 12 Oaks Mall in Novi, Michigan. Get your tickets. And which is an exciting day. And we also have our trade show and market happening at the exact same time in the same place, and that's called Verge. So it's just going to be an amazing day. People are learning about various pieces of the fashion business puzzle. There's also a trade show going on. The trade show exhibitors are selling products to buyers, but then it's a market, so then they're also selling to the attendees and the 12 Oak shoppers, and it's just going to be a really fun day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's kind of the main area that we do. We have a membership, and then we just try and provide any opportunities that are out there for our fashion community.
I love it, and I know, there's so much energy happening around the area, certainly in Detroit, and I know that
Tons of talent.
Yes.
Tons of talent. And I really feel, which is why the nonprofit exists in the first place, that with the right business education, that these aspiring designers can truly become entrepreneurs and then create jobs and really grow this piece of our economy.
And I think it's happening. So
It's happening.
And tell me then also about Detroit Sewn.
So Detroit Sewn came about from Detroit Garment Group. We were just getting inquiries on a daily basis of people looking to produce in Michigan, and at the time there really were very few opportunities and very little as far as full service companies that can take you from product development to pattern making to sample making, grading your sizes, and then producing, amongst other services. So don't ask me why, because now I look back almost 4 years later and I go, why did I say yeah? I'll start a factory. That's what I'll do.
Wow.
But I did, and this is us. We'll be 4 years old on August 3rd.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So we will take a tour around if we could in a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I bet a lot of people would love to see what goes into making something. And I do know, because I've had a lot of contact with local designers in our business and connecting with fashion partners, and there is such a need to provide these kind of services cutting patterns and sewing and being able to gear up to be able to scale up a business.
Well, and to be able to do it locally so that you can be with your factory, you can go in for regular meetings, you can have fittings, you can actually check on your production as it's being done, as opposed to maybe it's being done in LA and you're having to travel, or you're not going to know what you get until you get it, and then you've already paid for it and here you are, right?
And then you're stuck with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and we even have clients who do overseas production, who do lots of volume, and they produce in multiple factories overseas, but we can still be here to do everything up to that point for them, so we can get all their patterns and samples and everything made made so that they know when it goes overseas that it's going to be just right.
Oh, that's really cool. And at some point, I wouldn't be surprised if everything that's being shipped overseas comes back over here, because the capacity would be here, and all those benefits that you just mentioned, having it local is huge.
And we've had a lot of clients who have come back
Yeah.
from overseas production. Just it's hard. I mean, it's hard, and it's getting more expensive, and the timelines are long, and communication can be rough, and
Economic policies too, like tariffs and
for
everything.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. So it's becoming much more attractive to produce here if you can make it happen.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it's great to provide local jobs too.
For
so,
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I love it. Well, good for you.
Thank you.
And
then we made these.
And then there's Giftee products, and I know this is only a small sampling of the gorgeous work that you do, and we have it on our website, but could you maybe show us a little bit about
For sure.
talk
Here,
about
why don't
your
we show something of Detroit here?
Okay.
Let's make this cool. Okay, so Giftee Products is a collection of home goods, and everything that we do is dye sublimated, which is a printing and pressing process onto the fabric. And what you get that you could never get from screen printing or anything else are these kind of vibrant patterns and prints and colors that you're seeing, and it's really unlike anything else that's
how
out there.
did you come up with these designs, first of all? I mean, this is like so summary. It just makes me want to go out and have an ice cream.
That's kind of the fun of it, right? Is getting to like pick which designs you're going to be working on each season. Right, I mean, you have to have just like your perfect summer pieces for your backyard barbecues and your pool parties. But then for people who, you know, want to take a little piece of the D with them, these make great gifts as well.
They sure
this
do.
This is a view of downtown Detroit. And then this one I think is cool too. This is the Fisher Building.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, so we have napkins, placemats, and table runners. And then we do plan to actually expand into pet products coming soon. So that's going to be fun.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to dress their pets.
Oh, heck yeah. You need a little bandana. And the one thing I really do want to point out about this is that anything you see here, we can customize anything. So if somebody says, hey, I'm going to a bridal shower and I want to like have something from where the bride and groom met or whatever, like anything can be customized. You can have your own photo that you want to put on. Once again, you can, you know, put your dog on there.
And what a wonderful gift. Oh my
Right?
gosh. Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I love about these.
These are
So it's
incredibly vibrant colors.
Right. They're vibrant
Oh my
and they're
gosh.
just different. They're very different than anything else that you can get in this market.
They're beautiful, and also they're, you know, you're really doing something good for the environment by washing and reusing.
Yeah, that's, you know,
napkins.
that was the whole reason I started with these was
They seem very
because of
absorbent,
the
too.
paper napkin lace.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, the stats are pretty staggering.
So you're doing something great for the environment, and you are creating all this beauty in your surroundings at the same time. This is just stunning.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. So could we have a little tour?
Well, for sure. Come on up. Okay. So this is just a factory, and we can have a very wide variety of things going on any given day. We work on apparel, we work on home goods, pet products, some automotive, and then a variety.
What kind of automotive do you do?
We've done some work with seating.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And then just other products that are just really cool. And even though we service clients from around the country, still Michigan is where our primary client base is. And what I love so much is I just like to see some of the really clever products that our clients come up with.
That must be so much fun.
Yeah.
So you have all kinds of different sub-operations that people are working on.
Yes. So what's happening up front here, actually, this is interesting because we do a lot of repair work for companies, especially things that are coming in from overseas that might need something done to it, the last thing you want to do is send it back overseas and incur that expense.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So we can do that repair work. We call it Oops Manufacturing.
Oh, that's a perfect name for it.
Yep. So
doesn't it make you wonder why send it overseas to begin with? Because
and to be fair, like it can happen in LA, like it can happen anywhere, but the fact is it needs to get repaired and we can do that. But
that is cute. Oops.
Yeah. Whoops, gotta get that fixed. So we have a wide variety of industrial sewing machines here. Everything from straight stitch, sergers, which is what puts your seams together, like on the sides of your t-shirts, cover stitch machines, which do hemming. That's one of my favorite machines. That's actually, the one that you're on right now is actually a thread trimmer. So when a job is finished, this actually will do all of the trimming of all the thread.
Wow.
So these are all leggings that are heading to Florida.
Oh, cool.
We have a variety of baby blankets being worked on. This is a fantastic product that is actually for cleaning your gutters.
No kidding.
Yeah, like super clever, already on the market. So yeah, like I said, we really see just a very wide variety of products here. And then in the back, we are cutting tables, so we are cutting all day, every day.
Can we look at the cutting operation? That's like such an important part of it.
Yeah, she's on lunch right now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because otherwise you would have the loud knife going.
Oh,
so.
yes.
Yeah, but luckily we have a very big cutting table here, which is really nice because when we're doing big cuts, the entire table will be covered in multiple layers of fabric. And then back in this area, Leanne, say hello. Hi. Leanne's our production manager, eating at our desk.
Well,
as we do.
I do it all the time. Yeah.
This is very much our pre-production area where pattern making is going on. Our digitizer to grade patterns to various sizes that clients want to offer. And then we also do dye sublimation here, which is what you saw on the Giftee products, but we do that on clothing. We can also do if somebody just wants like a logo or a piece of art on, say, a t-shirt or a tank top or a hoodie. And then we can also use it to put labels in the backs of the necks. So this is some of our...
So what's involved in dye sublimation? What process?
It's and this is our clamshell press. So this is what you would be using if you were going to, say, put a t-shirt on and then put a logo onto it, is we would be actually like pressing that on. And these heat up to, usually this is at about 380. And then our roller press, which is over here, goes to 400. But what it has to be is some level of a polyester fabric. Yeah. And poly's really interesting now because it can look like so many different fabrics.
Yes.
So we just did a job where it truly looks like a cotton t-shirt, but it's a poly t-shirt.
It's incredible.
Right, but it can look like chiffon. It can look like a really wide, so like beautiful chiffon scarves. Not really chiffon, it's poly.
It's so
also
funny because poly has, and
Yeah.
and it used to be that people kind of turn their noses up at poly, but now
I
it's
still
becoming
think
a
of
status.
my mom's 70s pants,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Not the good 70s pants. These were called slacks.
I think I'm probably your mom's age, so I remember those 70s pants. Yeah, but back then it was just kind of...
It was kind of thick and it felt really gross.
I mean, it was very popular because of the technology and not having to iron it and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But now these fabrics are gorgeous.
Right.
And they feel good against your skin and everything.
So usually you want like at least 65% poly in your fabric. You can go down to 50, but then your print is going to be a bit more like vintagey looking. It'll have just like the little fade. But as long as you've got at least 65%, you're going to get that really vibrant color that you were seeing in the Giftee products.
It's so interesting to think about those subtle modifications to get an end effect that you want.
So we can do it either somebody can order blanks, like blank t-shirts, and we can put, say, a logo on, or we can actually cut and sew something and do a full dye sub. So every single piece of it has that print on it.
That is really amazing.
Yeah.
And there's tons of bolts of fabric over there, I see.
So much fabric. Yeah, so much fabric. So we always have a large large variety of jobs going on at any one time.
So when you get a job, do they provide the fabric for you, or do you like go out and
Both.
get it for them?
Yeah, it totally depends on the client. Some clients love to source their own fabrics, and some scares the heck out of them, or they don't, they're overwhelmed by it. They don't know where to start. So
And they can get your expertise to help them select the right fabric for the end result they're seeing.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
How did you gain all this knowledge?
Oh, years of learning.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't walk in with it, that's for sure. I surrounded myself with smart people.
Oh, good for you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. So now we can be everybody else's smart people.
I love it. That is what it's all about. So is there any other area that we should tour and see what's going on here?
Well, I feel like you've seen kind of the bulk of it. I will show you my roller press. I wish I was, this is my die-set printer, my large format printer. And then this is the press. So if you are doing full die sub, this is operating at 400 degrees, and this rotates, and it's taking it all the way through.
And so the napkins you showed us for Giftee
That's
products,
going through these. Yep.
What an end result. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So if we were doing, say, a t-shirt full die sub, everything would be the pattern pieces, and they'd be going through, and then they get sewn on the other side.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really cool machine.
I imagine all of these machines require a lot of maintenance and cleaning and all that and you have some kind of changeover to production when you go from one job to the next.
Yeah, you know what? If you want to get into a career that is in desperate need, sewing machine repair. It's not an easy road because there's so many sewing machines over decades of time, but they are so hard to come by, and they are so busy, and you can pretty much name your price. Because everybody who needs them is desperate for them.
And I just have to say personally, thank you for all you're doing to help the local industry. I just think it's great. I think there's so much future here, and you're at the ground floor.
Yeah.
And making a big difference.
Yeah.
I also have to put a plug for Giftee products, because this is the perfect time of year to get gifts for weddings and showers and hostess gifts. You're going to visit somebody at their cottage.
Such good hostess
They're
gifts.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They're perfect.
Little pack of napkins,
yes.
easy breezy.
Yeah, and little table runners, and I've purchased them as a gift too, and my friend just absolutely loved them.
That's awesome.
So.
Yeah, and we probably, that was just a piece of the designs that we have available.
Yeah, there's a wonderful collection on our website. So. Well, Karen, thank you so much for letting us come visit you today.
Thanks
and
for
to get to
being
know
here.
you and see all this wonderful work that you're doing.
Thanks.
Well, thank you. And hopefully we can, at some point in the future, come back and see how much you've grown and some of the new initiatives you're getting into. But for now, this is super impressive as is. So thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
You all. Have a great day.
Bye.